And I think Jesus is calling us to a love that transcends what we normally think about. So the early Christians, they would get together and they would share a meal, and it include breaking of bread and the drinking of wine, symbolizing the blood and the body of Christ. That's what we call communion. But this brought a sense of unity. Again, we all belong to this thing we call the body of Christ, and it brought mutual care among one another, and it reflected the agape of Christ itself. Over time, what happened is it moved away just from the wine and the bread, and it moved out into feasts, or what people call a love feast. So if you go look up the word agape in a Bible commentary, it will say love feast. It doesn't necessarily say unconditional love. When we talk about agape, it's talking about coming together and beginning to be united with one another. So it emphasizes fellowship and it emphasizes community among believers. I said this last week. One of the greatest times in my life was when we had people in our lives on a daily basis. We had a meeting one time and we told our fellowship, and I will tell you, it was a little awkward. I told them, I said, hey, we're going to open our house. We're going to start on Friday, and we're going to do church service on Sunday, and we're just going to hang out from Friday to Sunday night. And so what happened was some people they walked in, and some people came in and they would say, I'm only going to be able to be here for a few minutes. What they were saying was, I'm not so sure I'm comfortable with all this. Some people would come in and they would bring something because that was their key into the room, so to speak. We had so much food that you couldn't even believe it, how much food we had for these people. People were just bringing stuff, and every time someone, so we went from Friday, and by the time we got to the meal at Friday night, we already had table full of food, and that was going the whole weekend. And then Saturday, people were calling one another saying, hey, we were up at Leontina's, and let me tell you, you want to be there. And so, hey, good morning, guys. Or guy, the guy in the black and white. Uh, Not the police, folks. So what was found was people began to bring in more food and more people came in. And we had a small living room.